Hi, and welcome to the tutorial on how to apply for a commercial feed license with CDFA. This video will explain how to complete the license application. The process is the same whether you are applying for the first time or if you're adding a new location to an existing license. If you are unsure of whether or not you must have a commercial feed license, view our helpful infographic, Do I Need a Commercial Feed License?, found on our Commercial Feed Regulatory Program, or CFREP, homepage. If that does not clearly help you identify whether you need a license or not, feel free to contact us directly by email provided at the bottom of the slide, feed_lvstk@cdfa.ca.gov for further help with your questions. Let's get started on applying for your commercial feed license. First, you'll have to log into the ExtraView database, which, if you watched our first video, can either be accessed directly at https://inspect.cdfa.ca.gov or from the CFREP webpage. If you don't have login access to the database, view our video, How to Create a New Account in ExtraView, to get started. From the CFREP webpage, scroll down to the ExtraView database button. You can see on the page we have several other resources regarding licensing and tonnage. Click the button to log in. Remember, when entering your login credentials, that your user ID is not case sensitive, but your password is case sensitive. There's also a forgot password feature if needed. When you first log in, you will see your landing page. The person listed under Originator at the top of this screen is the person who will receive all correspondence, including license renewal and tonnage tax reporting notices. If the originator is not the correct person to receive correspondence for this location, please contact us to change the originator. Scroll down to the Licenses section. You will see that there's a button for the Commercial Feed License Guide. Click this button to view an in-depth guide to help with adding a license properly and understanding terms. This guide can also be found on the CFREP website. Once you are ready to add a license, select Add Commercial Feed. We will now pull up a completed license application to walk through. Enter all the information for the license location and remember to double-check spelling of names and addresses. If the mailing address is the same as the physical location, you can check Yes here to auto-populate. There are a couple different points of contact to fill out. Note that these will not receive automated correspondence from the database, only the originator on the license will. These contacts are just for the program in case there are questions regarding the license location or another need to contact the firm. License location point of contact should be an individual responsible for questions regarding the license and tonnage at this specified license location. There is also a field for point of contact for field operations. This contact information should be an individual that is responsible for day-to-day operations at the specified license location, such as plant manager, who would be the point of contact regarding sampling and inspections. Now move on to operation information. Select the legal entity type. The Do You Handle question identifies the types of feed that are handled at this facility. For resources to help navigate this question, view the License Application How-To Guide found on the CFREP website or contact us with questions. Next, let's select all the species of animals for which you produce feed for. If your species does not fit one of these categories, they may be exempt from licensing. Contact the CFREP for questions or refer back to the Who Needs a Commercial Feed License infographic. Next, location/facility type is to identify whether or not the licensed location has commercial feed on site. This question will also determine what feed operation classification options will populate in the next section below. Select Feed at this location if there are any bulk or packaged feed products stored, produced, processed, handled, mixed, or manufactured at the location during any point of the license period. This includes ingredients, byproducts, mixed feed, etc. Notice that 9 options appear below. Alternatively, select no feed at this location only if there is no commercial feed, packaged or bulk, ever stored or handled at the location. Examples include office locations that are only invoicing sales, such as brokers or headquarters location for a guarantor whose company name appears on the label. You notice the options below have changed when this is selected. We are going to select feed at this location and then walk through a couple of examples. Before selecting from these 9 feed operation classifications, it is helpful to click on the Feed Operations Classification Guide blue link to view all the types of feeds and descriptions which fall into each category and choose the best options for your facility. This document explains the feed operation classifications and outlines each type of feed that falls under each classification. Review this document with someone from your firm that is familiar with all operations of the location prior to completing the license application so that you can make the best selections. We will walk through an example for the feed operation classification. You will select one or more of these 9 classifications to describe what the license location does. More specifically, these classifications should identify what types of feeds are being distributed from the license location. For example, if an operation brings in several commodities to manufacture mixed feed and does not sell any commodities, they would only select manufacturer, mixed feed, formula feed, supplements. There is no need to identify the types of ingredients coming into the facility to further manufacture feed. Note that several of these classifications have ingredients in parentheses. This is for locations that produce and/or distribute single ingredient commodities. The facility in this example is a manufacturer of mixed feed, so we select that option and notice some additional selections appear to the right. You can expand the list window by hitting the little blue plus button to be able to see the full list easily. Here, we further select each category which fits our facility. In this example, complete feed, medicated feed, mixed feed, and supplements are selected. We also manufacture feed on behalf of another company, so we will also select toll manufacturer as well and toll manufacturer package for other licensees. We also sell commodities, so we will select grains, minerals, other ingredients, and then select grains. After selecting your operation classifications, verify that you entered all required fields. You will need to certify that all the information in the license application is true and correct. Once your application is complete, hit the Submit button found at the top or bottom of your screen. There is a special feed operation classification called Eligible Human Food Byproducts Diversion. This license type is for any firm solely diverting eligible human food byproducts to commercial feed without further manufacturing or processing. You will notice that if you are selecting this license type only, then the license fee will be $100. This is due to a regulatory change in 2022. A list of these eligible byproducts are defined in the California Code of Regulations, Title III, Section 2804. Note, if you divert eligible human food byproducts to commercial feed without further manufacturing or processing, you can also select this classification along with other classifications your firm deals in. However, since it isn't solely what you handle, then you will be charged the normal $500 license fee. Here is the list of incentivized byproducts. To be eligible for the $100 license, the firm must solely be engaged in diverting any of these products. Note that the dairy byproducts are all in liquid form, while dried or powdered dairy byproducts are ineligible. Additional information can be found regarding the eligible human food byproducts by clicking the link Explanation of Human Food Byproducts Diversion Classification to the right of the list of feed operation classifications. Now we will walk through another example of a facility which is solely engaged in diverting eligible human food byproducts and therefore will be eligible for the $100 license fee. We are back to the landing page. If you have items that are still waiting to be paid, the system will notify you automatically with a pop-up window. You may hit cancel at this point since we will be adding a new license to the cart. Scroll down to the licenses section and select Add Commercial Feed. Fill in all the required fields in red. In this example, we are a microbrewery diverting wet brewers' grains to commercial feed. After making those selections, we can see that the fee schedule is now correctly showing $100. We will certify and submit. Since we are applying for an eligible human food byproducts diversion license and it is the sole feed operation classification, then we will see a notification at the top of the screen. Read carefully and choose the best option for your location. This returns us to the landing page again. We can now see the applications for both locations on the landing page under licenses. New status on the licenses means that it has not been paid for. To pay for your license, you will go to your cart found at the top right of your landing page. For more information about paying for items in your cart, view our next video on the topic. For any technical issues with the system, please email ffldrsdb@cdfa.ca.gov. All other questions related to commercial feed should be addressed to the CFRP program at feed_lvstk@cdfa.ca.gov. Please view the next videos to learn how to pay for items in your cart, report tonnage, and more.